of Defense, and we have Major General I.M. Yusuf, who is the Commandant of the Nigerian Defense Academy. That's the composition of the NDA Council. Then we have the composition also of the Academy Board. The chairman of the Academy Board is Major General I.M. Yusuf, who is the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy. We have Air Vice Marshal A.I. Amadou, who is the Deputy Commandant. We have Engineer Professor I. Garba, who is the Academy Provost. We have Brigadier General E.E. Emeka, who is the Director of Military Training. We have next in line is Brigadier General U.L. Lawal, who is the Cadets Brigade Commander. We have Commando OBF Oladipo, the Director of Coordination. We have Professor Y.A. Umar, who is the Dean of the Postgraduate School, Nigerian Defense Academy. We have Professor U.A. Ta, the Dean of Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. We have Professor O.A. Babatunde, the Dean of Faculty of Science. We have Engineer Professor Colonel M.S. Usman, Chief Instructor, Army Wing. Navy Captain I.A. Abdul, Chief Instructor, Naval Wing. Group Captain I.B. Musa, Chief Instructor, Air Force Wing, and Brigadier General A.G. Mahmouda, the Academy Registrar. We also have the NDA Academy Committee, which is equivalent to the University Senate, and the chairman of the NDA Academic Committee is the Academy Provost himself, Engineer Professor I. Garba. We have Brigadier General A.G. Mahmouda, the Academy Registrar. We have Dr. Lawal Umar, the Academy Librarian. We have Professor Y.A. Umar, Dean Postgraduate School. It's not on yet. It's on there, but I'm not seeing any sign. But they should put the gen now. It's NEPA that is supposed to be on standby. Okay, we're back. I was going through the list of the NDA Academic Committee, which is the equivalent of the University Senate. Professor U.A. Ta is the Dean Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Engineer Professor Captain D.K. Garba, retired, Dean Faculty of Engineering Technology. Professor Mrs. U.A. Babatunde, Dean, Faculty of Science, Navy Captain, and Associate Professor I.R. Seidu, Dean, Faculty of Military Science and Interdisciplinary Studies, Professor J. Okwanachi, Dean, Professor Y. Kwaso, Director of Academic Planning, Professor M.N. Namadi, Managing Director, NDA Consult, Lieutenant Colonel Associate Professor A.S. Imam, Head Center for Creativity and Science Innovation, I don't know what's wrong with this. Sorry. It's all right. But they won't hear me from. Maybe somebody will talk to them. They will hear me. Tell Moruna to just go down to the. Okay, tell the band to give us. You go there, tell the band. Eh? Sir. Climb down now, climb up. Come here, come here. Sorry, we are back. We'll request the band to give us light music while our engineers tried and the operating room tried to stabilize the power situation. The band, please.
Thank you, Academy Band, for that entertaining tune. Thank you, Academy Band, for the entertaining tune. We appreciate the entertainment of the NDA band with such entertaining tunes, and we continue to recognize our special guests. May we also recognize that in support of the representative of the wife of the Commandant Nigerian Defense Academy, Mrs. Oyebola Amodu, are members of Nigeria Army Officers Wives Association. We appreciate your presence, and we are grateful that you are here with us. You're welcome, ma'am. We also recognize in our midst Professor Shetima Abdulkadri Seidu, Deputy Vice Chancellor Admin, Federal University, Gusau, Yobe State, Nigeria. We are grateful to have you with us, sir. We have a distinguished guest in the person of Emeritus Professor Muzeli Jubril, who was a former Academy Provost from 1992 to 1996. Professor Muzeli Jubril never tires to identify with Nigerian Defense Academy. We are most grateful, sir. We are still keeping up the good work you trained us with. Also recognize Saliu Abdullahi, the Registrar, Capital City University. We are most delighted to have you in our midst. We recognize the representative of the Registrar of JAM, Ibrahim Maskar Abdulkadri. You're most welcome, sir. We appreciate your presence, Professor Dal Johnson, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Benham University. We are most delighted to have you, sir. We also have Professor Jonathan Danladi, representing the Vice Chancellor, Afe Babalola University, Ado Ekiti. You're most welcome, sir. We also have the honor of the presence of Professor Armayao Bichi, Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Dusema. You are most welcome, sir. May I also announce that a Nigerian Defense Academy postgraduate school student identity card had been picked up from the front of the auditorium. May the owner please contact the compare stand for identification and pickup. We still await the arrival of the special guest of honor. And once the special guest of honor arrives, the convocation procession will commence from the front of the auditorium. May I remind us that we are going to have 5 groups in the procession of the 32nd convocation ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy. will be cadets of the 69 regular course, graduating from various degree programs across 5 faculties of Nigerian Defense Academy, being Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Faculty of Science, Faculty of Military Science and Interdisciplinary Studies, and most recently, Faculty of Management Sciences. We welcome in our midst our special guests, and we are most delighted to have you with us as we celebrate our graduating cadets, postgraduate students, and honorary degree awardees. Following the cadets in the procession will be graduates, various departments and various levels of degrees, from postgraduate diploma, professional and academic masters, and Doctor of Philosophy. We have a record number of 44 following the postgraduate students would be the group made up of academic and non-academic staff who had worked most closely with the cadets and the postgraduate students. This group will be made up of the lecturers and senior assistant registrars, senior lecturers, principal assistant registrars, associate professors, deputy registrars, and registrars of other universities in attendance, heads of academic departments, heads of research centers and units, distinguished professors of Nigerian Defense Academy, and right behind them will be the DG, National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, and vice chancellors of other universities in attendance. We would have in Group D, Directors of Administration, Coordination, Logistics, Finance, and ICT of Nigerian Defense Academy. That will be followed by the Cadet Brigade Commander, and then Directors of Academic Planning, General Studies, and Directorate of Linkages and Collaboration. At the rear of that group will be Director of Military Training. Then the final group will be led by the Academy Maze. The Academy Maze will be followed by Deans of Faculties, Academy Librarian, Academy Adjutant, Academy Registrar, Academy Provost, Deputy Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, NDA Council members, Minister of Education, and our honorary degree awardees. Behind the degree awardees will be the executive governors in attendance, special guest of honor, the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chairman of Nigerian Defense Academy Council, the Minister of Defense, as accompanied by the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy. May I remind our guests, special distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, that when this group arrives the platform and the Academy Maze takes his position, will remain standing until after the national anthem. continue to recognize our distinguished guests in the person of Major General T.A. Labaja, General Officer Commanding 1 Division, Kaduna. You are most welcome, sir. We also have the honor to have in our midst Air Vice Marshal M.A. Yakubu, Commandant AFIT. You're most welcome, sir. We also have Air Vice Marshal O.A. Tuase, the Commandant Armed Forces, Commandant Staff College, Nigeria. We are honored to have you, sir. We also have AVMNN Ananaba, who is the AOC Air Training Command. We are most delighted to have you, sir. Thank you so much. We also have Mr. Ilyasu R. Falalu, Registrar, Federal University Dusima. You are most welcome, sir. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to await the arrival of the special guest of honor, we enjoin you to stand up when the procession for the convocation arrives the venue and remain standing until after the national anthem. May I also remind us that we are encouraged to switch off our mobile phones or at best put them on silent mode. We are also reminded that the auditorium is provided with toilets at the both wings of the foyer and both wings of the top gallery. Distinguished guests are enjoined to avoid creating disturbance. Remind us that in the nature of precision and brevity of military activities, the convocation ceremony would not take much of our time, as we've waited long already for the arrival of the special guest of honor. We expect to spend not more than 3 hours from commencement of the convocation ceremony through the conferment of degrees on our undergraduate cadets of the 69 regular course, postgraduate graduates, and our honorary degree awardees. At the end of the convocation ceremony, distinguished guests are enjoined to remain standing while the recession, the convocation recession, leaves the venue. And at the end of the recession, guests are enjoined to leave the auditorium through the left and right exits, while the graduated cadets and postgraduate students file up in front of the auditorium for group photograph with the dignitaries and special guests of honor. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, while we await the arrival of the special guest of honor, may I remind us that Nigerian Defense Academy runs degree programs on courses that are most relevant to the armed forces of Nigeria. As such, we only award degrees in 16 programs in addition to 6 others who are already running but not yet graduating cadets. We have cadets in Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, being graduated from departments of Geography, History and War Studies, Political Science, Defense and Psychology, and we are waiting the graduation of cadets from Defense and Security Studies, which is the newest addition to the courses in Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. We also have cadets graduating from BA French from the Department of Languages, running programs in French, Arabic, and most recently, English language. Probably in 2-3 years' time, we expect to graduate cadets from these 3 key languages that are of most importance to the functions of the Nigerian Armed Forces. In the field of engineering and technology, we hope to have conferment of degrees on cadets from departments of civil engineering, electrical electronics engineering, and mechanical engineering, while we await very soon to graduate cadets from mechatronic engineering. In the Faculty of Sciences, our most recent Faculty of Military Science will be graduating cadets from departments of Accounting and Economics, while we expect soon to graduate cadets from Logistics and Supply Chain Management, as well as Management Sciences. Our postgraduate courses run across these 5 faculties in various degrees relevant to defense and security sector, as well as other important sectors in national development. And we are proud to graduate once more students ranging from postgraduate diploma, professional and academic masters, as well as a record number of 44 Doctor of Philosophy. As some of our cadets are seated and awaiting the procession, It will be good for us to recognize the distinction of our cadets across these faculties. Cadets of the 5 faculties are being distinguished with the colors of their hoods, as the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences is distinguished with color white on the hoods of the academic gown. The cadets of Faculty of Engineering have red trimming on their academic gown. Cadets of Faculty of Sciences are distinguished with the color pink. Cadets of the Faculty of Military Science and Interdisciplinary Studies are being distinguished with the color blue, while cadets of the Faculty of Management Sciences are distinguished with color purple. We join parents and guardians in celebrating these admirable young men and women who have demonstrated feat in character and learning to attain the academic achievements they are going to be conferred with today. We are exceedingly proud of our future generals, admirals, and marshals of the armed forces of Nigeria. We also have in the 32nd Convocation Ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy a record number of graduating postgraduate students. In our midst, we have several aspirants and students who are admiring these graduating postgraduate students and hoping soon to be one like them. We celebrate these men and women from all walks of life who have found Nigerian Defense Academy worthy of pursuing their further academic development. Keeping in line with the academic colors, the hood for the postgraduate graduating students is marked with color yellow, with different number of stripes on the academy hood indicating the levels of degrees. The list being 1 stripe, followed by 2 stripes for the master's degrees, and 3 stripes for the Zenith academic achievement of Doctor of Philosophy. We congratulate our graduating cadets and our postgraduate students, as well as our honorary degree awardees, who the Academy had found fit, having contributed immensely to military and academic development of this nation, to award various honorary doctorate degrees. We are proud to have as recipients of our honorary doctorate degrees in the 32nd Convocation Ceremony a former Chief of Army Staff, a former Chief of Army Staff, and a former Chief of Defense Staff, a distinguished businessman and food business magnate, and an internationally celebrated academic icon. of Army staff is in the person of General Al-Wali Kazir, the former Chief of Defense Staff, person of General Alexander Ogomudia, retired. And we have Chief Eric Odinaka Umofia as a food business magnate, and Professor Fumi Olanishakin as an internationally celebrated academic icon. We are honored to have these great men and women to identify with Nigerian Defense Academy and accept to be admitted into our honorary degrees. As we recognize the Akbabods, who took over the role from Mr. Peter Ajay, Innocent Chukuma, Malam Gambo Hassan, and Mr. Michael Iyoha, who have served as Academy Mace Bearers in the past. Mr. Friday Etebom Akbabot is an administrative assistant in the coordination unit of Academy Registrar. He's a holder of BSc Business Administration, postgraduate diploma in public administration, and master in public administration. The registrar said those outside will take position. Is it special support around? Every other one. Yes. The few outside will be present. When he's there. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, any moment from now, the procession of the 32nd Convocation Ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy will arrive the venue. And while we await the arrival of this procession, may I remind us that the groups are made up of, first, the graduating cadets of the 69 regular course across our 5 faculties, followed by the graduating postgraduate students. This group will be followed by the Group C, made up of lecturers, senior assistant registrars, senior lecturers, principal assistant registrars, associate professors, deputy registrars, and registrars of other visiting universities. In this group would also be heads of academic departments, heads of research centers and units, distinguished professors of Nigerian Defense Academy, and DG National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, and vice chancellors of other universities in attendance. The Group D of the procession will be made up of chief instructors of the 3 armed services of Army, Navy, and Air Force. We would also have in that group directors of administration, coordination, logistics, finance, and ICT of Nigerian Defense Academy. Also with them will be Cadet Brigade Commander, as well as Directors of Academic Planning, General Studies Directorate, and Directorate of Linkages and Collaboration. We would also have in the rear of that group to be marched into the venue by Academy maize. Coming right behind the maize will be Dean of Secretary National Universities Commission. There will be NDA Council members, Minister of Education, honorary degree awardees, special guest of honor, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chairman of Nigerian Defense Academy Council, Minister of Defense, as accompanied by the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy. We also are glad to have in our midst Mr. Abdul Eneche, Director, DSS Kaduna. You are most welcome, sir. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, any moment from now, the special guest of honor would arrive the venue and the procession for the 32nd Convocation Ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy would kickstart. While we await the takeoff of the convocation procession, may I remind us that the Academy places a great deal of emphasis in honing and harnessing intellectual capital. This explains why the Academy staff are highly sought after for strategic national and international assignments. Some NDA staff holding key appointments currently outside the Academy include Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, currently serving as the Chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Ojong Tamban, serving as Member Governing Council of Federal University Birnin Kebbi, Professor Adam Okene Ahmed, who served as Pro-Chancellor Kogi State University and currently serving as Provost, National Defense College, Nigeria. We also have Professor Sunday Okeniyi, serving currently as Vice Chancellor at Atiba University, Oyo State. We have Dr. Maman Saba Jubril, who is currently serving as Secretary to Kwara State Government. And Dr. Suleiman Saad, who is serving in the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, as Oil Demand Analyst. We have in attendance Mr. Benjamin Bakare, who is also serving as Registrar, Igbinedion University, Nigeria. To sustain intellectual vibrancy, capacity development initiatives are strategic priorities for Nigerian Defense Academy, and our past and current provosts and registrars have contributed immensely in promoting the ethos. The leadership of Nigerian Defense Academy is fully committed to the development and growth of the academic corps, with national and international prominence and recognition for excellence in research and scholarship. Equally, The faculty and staff are determined to raise the bar of teaching, research, and scholarship with a view to sustaining Nigerian Defense Academy's unique branding within the Committee of Nigerian Universities and that of the African sub-region. That in procession of the 32nd convocation ceremony would be outstanding cadets of the 69 regular course who have qualified to be admitted into various degrees across the 5 faculties of Arts and Social Sciences, Engineering and Technology, Sciences, Military Science, and Interdisciplinary Studies and Management Sciences. We also have graduates from the Postgraduate School of Nigerian Defense Academy, the only integrated postgraduate campus in Nigeria, marching in the 32nd convocation ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy. May I remind us that once the procession arrives the venue, we are all urged to stand and remain standing until all the dignitaries at the Academy Maze have taken their position on the platform and after the national anthem. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may we all rise in honor of the cadets of the 69 regular course marching into the venue of the 32nd convocation ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy. We have in procession for the 32nd convocation ceremony cadets graduating from various degrees across the 5 faculties of Nigerian Defense Academy. We have a record of 7 first-class honors degree awardees in the 32nd convocation ceremony, indicating the outstanding quality of these great young men and women. We also have cadets across various degrees as desired for service and delivery of competence for armed forces of Nigeria. We have distinguishing themselves a cadet from History and World Studies, 2 cadets in Political Science, a cadet from Civil Engineering, a cadet from Electrical Engineering, and 2 cadets from Mechanical Engineering as first-class degree awardees, whom we celebrate outstandingly for the 32nd convocation ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy. We have cadets represented in the procession across faculties of Arts and Social Sciences, faculties of Engineering and Technology, faculties of Science, faculty of Military Science and Interdisciplinary Studies, and faculty of Management Sciences. We also have processing in the 32nd convocation ceremony, graduating postgraduate students. May I remind us that as these distinguished young men and women are marching into the convocation venue, their hoods are being used to distinguish their faculties across the 5 faculties of Nigerian Defense Academy. The postgraduate school NDA, with its integrated postgraduate campus, is the only one of its kind in Nigerian university system. It attracts several high-profile scholars from across all walks of life, such as serving military officers, political office holders, and captains of industries. We have also marching into the venue of the 32nd convocation ceremony, staff of Nigerian Defense Academy, ranging from lecturers, senior assistant registrars, associate professors, deputy registrars, heads of academic departments, heads of research centers and units, distinguished professors of Nigerian Defense Academy, accompanied by the Director General, National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, and Vice Chancellors of other universities in attendance. This group comprises academic and non-academic staff who worked most closely with the cadets and postgraduate students in their intellectual and character development. They are being accompanied by other academics of sister institutions of learning. Nigerian Defense Academy is unique in its integration of military and civil ethos in its scholarship and operations. And all our academic faculties are renowned in their combined expertise in both the academic disciplines and military scholarship. We commend these men and women of great intellect who are committing all they have to produce outstanding men and women for the service of the armed forces of Nigeria and our allied countries. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in the venue of the 32nd convocation ceremony. In its dignity and grace, the Academy Maze. The Academy Maze bearer, once more, is no other person than Mr. Eptebom Friday Akpabot, who took over from other maze bearers that have done same in the past. Coming right behind the Academy Maze are deans of faculties, academy librarian, academy adjutant, academy registrar, academy provost, who is the lead of the men and women that have groomed our graduates to the height of the achievement which we celebrate in this 32nd convocation ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy. We have coming right behind the Academy Provost, the Deputy Commandant, the Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, the NDA Council members, the Minister of Education, our honorary degree awardees in the person of General Al-Wali Kaze, retired, General Alexander Ogomudia, retired, Chief Eric Umofia, and Professor Fumi Olanishakin. We also have in that last procession group, the executive secretaries, executive governors in attendance. We have the special guest of honor and the chairman of Nigerian Defense Academy Council, the Minister of Defense, being accompanied by the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy. May I remind our special guest, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, that as the special guest of honor and other dignitaries in that last group of procession mount the platform, we remain standing until after the national anthem. May I remind us once more, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, of the need to switch off our mobile phones or at best put them in silence to avoid any disturbances as this historic event takes place. Please may we all remain standing until the Academy Maze takes its dignified position on the platform, and when all the members of the procession and the special guests of honor have taken their position on the platform, I will be handing over to the Academy Registrar, Brigadier General A.G. Mahmuda, to proceed with the rest of the convocation ceremony. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are most honored and proud to have the final group of the procession of the 32nd Convocation Ceremony of Nigerian Defense Academy arrive the venue as we celebrate the cadets of the 69 regular course, graduates of the postgraduate school, Nigerian Defense Academy, and our honorary degree awardees. As the dignitaries and the Academy Mayor has taken his position, may I now hand over to the Academy Registrar, Brigadier General A.G. Mahmuda, to continue with the procession.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You may please be seated. The Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Senate President, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Executive Governor of Kaduna State, honorable members of the National Assembly, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, honorable ministers here present, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Service Chiefs, and the Inspector General of Police, permanent secretaries, honorable Speaker and members of Kaduna State House of Assembly, Vice Chancellors, Provosts of military institutions, Rectors, Registrars, Commandants of Tri-Service military institutions, General Officers Commandants, Flag Officers Commandants, and Air Officers Commandants, other commanders here present, President of Nigerian Defense Academy, Officers' Wife Association, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished awardees, senior serving and retired military officers, Your Royal Highnesses, my lords, spiritual and temporal, deans of faculties, staff and graduates of the Nigerian Defense Academy, parents and guardians of graduating cadets and postgraduate students, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brigadier General A.G. Mahmuda, the Academy Registrar. On behalf of the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General Ibrahim Manu Yusuf, officers, staff, and gentlemen officer cadets of 69 regular course and postgraduate students, welcome you all to this ultra-modern auditorium, the venue of the 32nd Convocation Ceremony in honor of 69 regular course, Army, Navy, Air Force, and postgraduate students. The special guest of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, graduating cadets of 69 regular course and postgraduate students, I have the honor to invite the chairman, Nigerian Defense Academy Council, and Honorable Minister of Defense, former commandant of this prestigious institution, Major General Bashir Salihi Magashi, retired but not tired, to declare the convocation open. The chairman, sir.
I now declare this assembly open as the 32nd convocation ceremony of the Nigerian Defense Academy, constituted for the purpose of conferring bachelor's degrees on cadets of the 69 regular course, postgraduate diplomas, master's degrees, doctorate degrees, and honorary degrees of the Nigerian Defense Academy. Thank you.
Let us appreciate the chairman, Nigerian Defense Academy Council once more. The special guest of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor to invite the 31st Commandant of the Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General Ibrahim Manu Yusuf, to deliver his welcome address. The Commandant, sir.
The special guest of honor, sir, His Excellency Professor Yemi Osinbajo, SAN, GCON, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellencies, distinguished special guests, ladies and gentlemen, today is yet another Harvest Day for the devoted cast of cadets, students, scholars, academics, and administrators who have made the Nigerian Defense Academy a pride of the nation, and so I relish this honor to welcome you all to this 32nd Combined Convocation Ceremony of the Academy. This special occasion is a celebration of the organizational acumen of this institution and the individual dexterity and dedication that have made this celebration possible. It also testifies to the government's continued interest in and support for the essence of the Academy. On behalf of the NDA Governing Council and the entire academic community, I exercise the utmost privilege to welcome our esteemed special guest of honor, His Excellency Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Sir, your esteemed presence here today is an incalculable honor and inspiration to the graduating cadets, the Academy, and indeed the Armed Forces of Nigeria. I must also extend our warm welcome to our host, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai. I also wish to acknowledge the presence and warmly welcome our treasured chairman and members of the NDA Governing Council, as well as the Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, the Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Fund, and the Registrar, Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. We are similarly honored by the presence of all the visiting Vice Chancellors of sister universities, as well as serving and retired senior officers who have been pillars of support and encouragement to the Academy. Our achievements every year would have been unattainable without the distinguished special guests, parents, and guardians of our high-flying cadets, graduating students, and alumni who have flown the flag of this institution by upholding with pride and dignity the top-notch training and education acquired here. The Nigerian Defense Academy provides the intellectual and professional platform for the search of a grand strategy to overcome the multifarious security threats and challenge us as a people. The curricula developed to provide unique experience to our cadets and students are aimed at producing intelligent and innovative officers prepared to defend the sovereign integrity of Nigeria without compromising their professional values or warrior ethos. The Academy's sensitivity to the growing demands in the security and defense sector drives the commitment to expanding and upgrading our postgraduate programs, which are designed to accommodate the civilian population who are stakeholders in our quest for regional stability. The massive interest in our rejuvenated programs are testaments of our investments in making the Academy a model institution and a pacesetter in sub-Saharan Africa. Highlights of the performance of our graduates for the 32nd Combined Convocation Ceremony. The Academy has in its undergraduate category produced a total of 239 cadets, 7 of which graduated with a first class, 70 in the second class upper category, 139 in the lower class category. We also have 32 with third class and 1 pass degree. It is pertinent to note that one of the graduating cadets is from the Republic of Sierra Leone. Meanwhile, 6 of our graduating outstanding cadets have been offered opportunities in foreign military academies for further training. Some of them are back, others graduates across diverse categories and disciplines who are eager down of the graduates bestride the categories of doctors as well as postgraduate diploma. Demands to address the severity of contemporary threats across the world and provide comprehensive solutions have benefited immensely from the interventions in order to stay ahead of their peers in other parts of the world. We have completed an 800-room capacity accommodation for cadets, completed and furnished 5 laboratories of 100 capacity. Also is the completion and equipping of the 250 capacity computer-based test center, as well as in creating a first-rate learning environment. It was therefore not surprising. The Nigerian Defense Academy was among the 5 universities in Nigeria that scored 100% in accreditation and resource verification. We are also delighted to report that recently the Academy established the TED Fund-sponsored Center for Early Warning Studies, which is tasked with generating data on organized violence, conflicts, and criminality, which will inform public policy in partnership with the University of Ibadan. Beyond the current standing of the Academy, we have begun to explore modern and evolving technologies and articulating academic strategic action plan to reposition this institution as a paramount military university in Africa and one of Nigeria's most prestigious university by the next 10 years. This plan was brought about by the visionary contributions of serving and former heads and administrators of Nigeria's leading universities during the Academy's strategic planning retreat, which was held sometime in March this year. In pursuing this aspiration to make the Academy a pacesetter in scholarship and an incubator of sound ideas, we have embarked on spearheading research and topical discussions to guide a new generation of scholars towards devising solutions to the extant and emerging threats. In July this year, the Academy hosted an international conference on defense, security, and development in Africa to answer some of the critical questions hovering over us. I'm happy to note that the keynote speaker at that conference was Professor Alao from King's College London, and he's here with us. The following month, the Academy invited experts from across the world to the 40th National Solar Energy Forum. These interventions to provide an avenue for research, innovation, and debate. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, none of these achievements recorded within the 2021-22 academic year could have been possible without the support of the federal government of Nigeria through the Ministers of Defense and Education. I wish at this point to express our immense gratitude to His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, support and encouragement to the Academy and the Armed Forces and postgraduate students here today, because you have proven your resistance to unyielding failure, and this will define the next phase of your life. The cadets, of course, will be commissioned after the passing out parade on Thursday this week. And so the weight of expectations ahead of you must always remind you of the price of distractions and failure in your line of duty. The graduating postgraduate students also bear this weight of a nation in search of heroes, and never forget that your destiny is shared in the service of the nation, whether as alumni of this distinguished institution or patriots of our dear nation. Finally, I wish to congratulate my untiring faculty staff for their far-sighted commitment to duty and overriding ideals of the Academy. I'm particularly delighted that the Academy has continued to enjoy industrial harmony across board, despite the trend in other institutions of higher learning. This convocation ceremony, and thank you for your attention. May I respectfully crave the indulgence of the special guest of honor to play a short document. I will be graduating today. This is important so that we can understand and appreciate how they got to this point. Thank you.
Established in 1964, the Nigerian Defense Academy has the mandate of training officer cadets in the acquisition of skills, knowledge, and values desired to build upstanding military officers through comprehensive academic and military training. Since its establishment, the Academy has trained 9,429 regular officer cadets till date. Subsequently, from 1985 to 2021, a total of 5,858 regular course cadets graduated from the Academy with bachelor's degree in various fields. Considering the evolving nature of threats and the corresponding operational environment, The space ended with midshipman qualifying examination
Phase 3 features security and operations. In the phase of the midshipman training, the cadets embarked on sea operations training on board where they partook in specialized exercise as flight cadets. In the second and final phase, the flight cadets were sent to